So in a couple of seconds, it is going to start. Yes. Yes, children, those who are joining and those who joined, once again, good morning and welcome back to chemistry class. This is Satish sir, your chemistry teacher. Yeah, today I am starting the session with one familiar quotation, children. So I'm going to share the screen. After the screen, you will get the meaning of the quotation very clearly. So here the screen I am going to share. Yes, and I'm going to, you can use the chat box, my dear. Yes. And here the quotation. I'm going to give you full screen, then I can write. So here the full screen. Yes. Most of the students know this quotation, but uh, you might have forgotten that. So this is the quotation. The quotation is, if you struggle now, if you struggle now, you will be happy forever, but if you enjoy now, if you enjoy now, you will be struggle forever. Very, 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 very important quotation, which give infinity happiness in our life. How? Just observe the first line. If you struggle now, you will be happy forever. Now we are struggling. What is the meaning of struggling? We are writing, learning, listening to the teacher, and day by day we are updating. So we are spending night many hours, sleepless nights we are spending. So after some years, definitely we will reach the good position. So we are struggling now. In coming days, we will feel happy. And as well as I'm talking about 1% or 2% people, students outside. So those who are not studying or not writing well, not listening to teacher, they will enjoy. In present days, they will enjoy. But after some years, without job, without position in the society, they will be struggle in all the days in their life. So that's what, my dear children, do hard work. From today onwards, definitely you reach great position. That is the meaning of, if you struggle now, you will be happy forever, but if you enjoy now, you will be struggle forever. So this depend on this quotation, I want to tell you a small story. So few days back, in United States of America, one swimmer, the swimmer name is Michael Phelps. So whatever the competition, if he participate, he will get 5 or 6 gold medals. So he is going to ready for Olympics. So the duration for the Olympics, he has only just 3 months. So before 3 months to the Olympics, in an accident, he fractured his bone, nothing but a wrist. His wrist bone has broken before 3 months to the Olympics. So basically, hands very important for swimming, but in the accident, he got bone break in his wrist. So he's unable to swim. So doctor has given precautions. Doctor has given suggestion to Michael Phelps, take 3 months of bed rest. Don't go for swimming. But basically, he is a swimmer. He's happy days. Definitely, he used to see daily once or twice the swimming pool. So he goes near to the swimming pool and just he has to keep his legs in the water and he has to move that legs front and back many times. And he has to move his legs in the water in swimming pool nearly 3 to 4 hours every day. So he continued that habit, moving of legs in the swimming pool water 3 to 4 months for 5 to 6 hours, not 3 to 4, 5 to 6 hours every day. So 3 months over, he is going to participate in the Olympics. He has been participating. So already he won 4 or 5 gold medals in that swimming competition. Last gold medal for 100 meters. The last gold medal purpose for 100 meters, the competition was going on. So one person is giving a competition to the Michael Phelps. To reach the destination, only 5 meters are there. 5 meters. 2 persons, Michael Phelps and other person, going in same way. But before 5 meters to the goal destination, the Michael Phelps has taken the chance and he swimmed fast and reached the position very clearly than the other person. Everyone shocked. Before 5 minutes, before 5 seconds, and before 5 meters to the destination, both persons are equal. How the Michael Phelps reached the destination easily than other person? Every person got shocked. The answer is here. Michael Phelps practiced with his legs in the swimming pool water for 3 months, nearly 3 to 4 hours. So his leg muscles turned into very strong. So before 5 meters to the destination, before 5 seconds to the destination, Michael Phelps used his brain and kept the force on the legs. He swam well and reached the destination. So when he got an accident, he didn't sit like us. If we get accident, we will sleep on the bed for not 3 months, 6 months. Mummy bread, mummy milk, mummy lunch. Even though after getting accident, the Michael Phelps used to sit on the ball of the swimming pool and he has done exercise with his legs in the water. That is why he got the chance to win gold medal, 6th gold medal in the Olympics. So from this point, you have to understand, when the problems comes, don't think about the problems. It means the people, human being nature is every time they will feel negative when they get problem. So Michael Phelps got accident, but he has practiced with his legs. He has chosen alternative point for his development. So like that also we used to think, my dear children. So this is the small motivational story, and you can use this story for your development, for your positive thinking purpose. Yes, I am going to share the screen. Already I shared yesterday topics, chemicals from common salt. Already you have got NaOH, sodium hydroxide preparation, calcium oxychloride preparation, sodium bicarbonate preparation, and sodium carbonate preparation also. Yesterday, I want to tell you one point actually, but I forgot that. The point is very important. A very important point, children. This sodium hydrogen carbonate used as a fire extinguisher. Very, very important. Sodium bicarbonate used as fire extinguisher. What is the use of fire extinguisher? The answer is when you heat the sodium bicarbonate or sodium hydrogen carbonate, I have given yesterday, that is, it will give us Na2CO3 plus H2O plus CO2, carbon dioxide gas. So carbon dioxide has the best habit, that is, it put off the burning mastic, burning candle. That is why we are using carbon dioxide gas in fire accident. Where the fire accident has taken, we will spray this carbon dioxide gas. Immediately, it removes oxygen from that area and the burning place will be cool. So you have to understand, when we heat the sodium bicarbonate, carbon dioxide release, that carbon dioxide put off the burning. So that is why we are using sodium bicarbonate in fire extinguishers. That's it, children. And today you are going to get another heading, that is very familiar heading, removing of water of crystallization. This is our heading. Removing of water of crystallization. So what is the meaning of water of crystallization? My dear children, any salt particle, salt. So I am using that salt particle is crystal. Any salt particle or crystal associated with a fixed number of water molecules. Any salt particle or crystal associated with a fixed number of water particles, that is called water of crystallization. Very, very simple, children. You have a crystal, you have a salt particle, one formula unit. For example, I am taking CuSO4. It is one formula unit crystal. Bulk amount of copper sulfate or one crystal copper sulfate. You can give CuSO4 only, the formula. So copper is having +2, sulfur is having -2. So this is called copper sulfate, one crystal. So when the copper sulfate crystal associated with some number of water molecules, we can call that is water of crystallization. Nothing but crystal with water molecules. Basically, the copper sulfate available with are associated with 5 water molecules. Our heading is removing of water of crystallization. But first of all, you have to know what is the meaning of water of crystallization. Water of crystallization is nothing but crystal nothing but salt particle. That crystal particle associated with the fixed number of water molecules. Here you have copper sulfate crystal. So this copper sulfate associated with, especially in the copper sulfate, this Cu+2 ion associated with 5 water molecules. So the copper sulfate associated with 5 water molecules. So we are calling that copper sulfate pentahydrate. Copper sulfate pentahydrate. What is the meaning of penta? 5 water molecules. And hydrated nothing but when you listen the hydrated, you have to observe, you have to understand only water. Hydrated nothing but water. Very good. So copper sulfate pentahydrate, that is hydrated salt. So what is the meaning of removing of water of crystallization? You have a hydrated salt like this, CuSO4.5H2O. So this is copper sulfate pentahydrate. The full form you can write. I told you always you have to ready with pen and paper. So copper sulfate pentahydrate. So I am taking the arrow mark and I am heating that copper sulfate pentahydrate. This is the setup. My dear children. You have taken a boiling tube. I'm going to show you. This is the boiling tube. So you have taken the boiling tube. Inside the boiling tube, you added the copper sulfate pentahydrate crystals. Basically, these crystals are blue in color. So you are heating that blue color copper sulfate pentahydrate for a few minutes. After that, the blue color copper sulfate pentahydrate turns into white color. The reason is on heating, the copper sulfate pentahydrate losing its water molecules. That is why the blue color copper sulfate pentahydrate is going to get white color. This is called, from a hydrated salt, you are removing water. From a hydrated salt, you are removing water molecules. This is the meaning of removing of water of crystallization. In this process, the hydrated salt is losing its color. The point is copper sulfate pentahydrated blue in color, but when you heat it, it is turning into white color copper sulfate. So this white color copper sulfate is called anhydrous. Anhydrous, nothing but water is absent. So anhydrous copper sulfate. And after heating, the copper sulfate pentahydrate blue color is losing water molecules and turning into white color. If you add 1 or 2 drops water, 1 or 2 drops of water to that white color copper sulfate pentahydrate, again the blue color reappears. That is a very, 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 very important point, because again the anhydrous copper sulfate going to get blue color because you are adding water droplets. So you have to remember the point, children. That is, when we heat the hydrated salt loss water molecule and as well as loss its color. A great example, copper sulfate pentahydrated available blue in color, but when we heat it, it is turning into white color, anhydrous copper sulfate. And when you add water to anhydrous copper sulfate, that is going to get blue color. So this is the meaning of removing of water of crystallizations. So I am going to give you some other hydrated salts, like this: Na2CO3 dot 10H2O. This is sodium carbonate decahydrate. We have discussed yesterday, washing soda. When you heat it, it will turn into Na2CO3 plus 10H2O. Water molecules are going out. Actually, the sodium carbonate decahydrate white in color, but when you heat it, it will lose water molecules and turn into a gray color. Turns into a gray color, my dear children. Very, very important. So it is also hydrated salt. So every hydrated salt is losing its water molecule on heating. Sometimes when you expose the hydrated salts to the sunlight, even though that hydrated salts lost their water molecules. So like these substances are called efflorescent. Any hydrated salt losing its water molecules while exposing to the sunlight, that nature is called efflorescent nature. Efflorescent. Are you getting my point? Efflorescent, nothing but hydrated salt. You are exposing that hydrated salt to the heat energy, immediately that is losing water molecule. The nature is called efflorescent nature. And you have one more word, deliquescent. Who are going to tell deliquescent? Can you tell anyone deliquescent? Deliquescent. My dear children, here hydrated salt is losing water molecules when you expose to the sunlight. That is why you are calling a efflorescent. A deliquescent means other opposite definition for efflorescent. The substance, very important, the substance which absorb the moisture, the substance which absorb the moisture from environment, from atmosphere. The great example, sodium hydroxide pellets. Like tablets, you will get sodium hydroxide. If you keep that sodium hydroxide tablet on the table, immediately it attracts moisture from the atmosphere. So it will be turned into liquid after a few minutes. So like that, substances are called deliquescent. Deliquescent means which absorb the water. Efflorescent means which lost the water. So yesterday I told you that blue vitriol, I have given in the slide also, CuSO4.5H2O. Copper sulfate pentahydrate is called blue vitriol. Sir, what is the meaning of vitriol, sir? We have seen blue color, but what is the meaning of vitriol? Most of the students asked this question. Anybody know? You can give the message in chat box. Vitriol, what is the meaning of vitriol? I am writing here. From the Latin language, vitriol, nothing but oily like substance, oily like nature. When you touch the copper sulfate crystals, these are the copper sulfate crystals, for example, blue color, blue in color. You have touched the copper sulfate crystal. Immediately on your fingers, you will get oily like substance. A oily like nature will form on your fingers after touching the copper sulfate pentahydrate. So the substance which is creating oily like nature on our fingers, that is called vitriol. Vitriol, nothing but oily like nature. I hope you got the point. And next, yeah, on the screen you are observing that a white patch which covered the total hand, that is called plaster of Paris. POP, plaster of Paris, shortcut. So when we get accident, if we lost the bone in a hand or leg, the bones are going to break in hands or legs in body, the doctor used to keep this plaster of Paris patches on the hands or legs especially. So the plaster of Paris formula is CaSO4 dot half H2O. Very, very important. It is also hydrated salt. Very good, very good. Most of the students are giving answers. Rasagna and yeah, Nitya. Giving that one more student. Cement bandage. Very good, very good. Cement putty. Excellent. Yeah. You have seen already. But chemical name is important. CaSO4 dot half H2O, that is called a plaster of Paris. But chemical name is calcium sulfate. Calcium sulfate Hemi. Hemi meaning is half. Hemi meaning is half. And H2O is called, you know very well, hydrate. So calcium sulfate hemihydrate is called POP. Sir, how can we get, sir? Where can we get it, sir? Most of the students have doubt. So it is a mineral. Actually, we are getting plaster of Paris from minerals. The mineral is CaSO4 dot 2H2O. This is called gypsum. It is a mineral of calcium, which will get in earth crust. When we dig the earth, we will get this mineral, calcium sulfate dihydrate. Very, very important. Gypsum chemical name is calcium sulfate dihydrate. You know one thing, one wonder. Now I have given here clarity. Calcium sulfate hemihydrate is plaster of Paris. Calcium sulfate dihydrate is called gypsum. One quotation. After listening old Ramayana, some students will give answer. What is the relation? What is the relation of Sita was to Rama? They will give. Yeah, Rama and Sita, wife and husband. But some students confuse. How they will confuse? They will give plaster of Paris formula for gypsum and gypsum formula for plaster of Paris. Don't do that. Calcium sulfate dihydrate is gypsum. Calcium sulfate hemihydrate is plaster of Paris. Now I am going to tell you how to prepare plaster of Paris. So this is the method. The method is just I am going to write the equation. Very important for 2 marks in your higher studies also, intermediate. Calcium sulfate dihydrate, I am taking a gypsum hydrated salt and I am heating nearly 373 Kelvin, nothing but 100 degrees Celsius. So 373 Kelvin, and I am going to get CaSO4 dot half H2O plus 1.5 H2O. So to balance this equation, sir, half, how can we get half, you may ask. So total equation you multiply with simple integer, that is 2. So you can remove that 2. But you have to remember, this is the exact equation. You are heating the gypsum, then you are going to get plaster of Paris. So it is a hydrated salt, and the use of this hydrated salt is to make the toys. Especially in our early days, we use this to make the Ganesh, Vinayaka idols, and some some toys also. To make the toys also, we will use this calcium sulfate hemihydrate. So that's it for plaster of Paris. And I'm going to give you next topic is very important, and it is almost the last point in our lesson. That is, the scientist name is Sorensen. Sorensen, he is a Danish scientist. So Danish language. You know one thing, yeah, I got some questions here. pH value. Oh, very good, very good. pH scale. He introduced the pH scale. Very good. Some students given pH scale. You have to write like this. pH scale introduced by S.P. Sorensen, a Danish scientist from Denmark. And he told that what is the meaning of pH scale? A clear answer I am giving, children. We have lot of acids. We have lot of acids, lot of bases, lot of salts in our chemistry, lakhs of acids, bases, and salts. But which is strong acid or base or salt, and which is weak acid, weak base, weak salt? That totally information given by S.P. Sorensen with his pH scale. So pH scale is the measurement equipment to know the strength of acid, strength of base, strength of salt. So strength of acid and base and salt, we will explain with the help of pH scale. Someone will ask you, what is the meaning of pH scale? You can give your answer. The strength of acid, base and salt, we will explain by pH scale. Like how you are measuring the length with the help of scale, whether that is plastic or stainless steel. Same like we have pH scale in our chemistry. This is pH scale. So in pH, you are observing two letters. One is P, another one is H. P nothing but potens. Potens. Potens nothing but in the German language. Sometimes they're asking which language the potens were derived from. German language. You know one thing, most of the scientists from Latin and Greek countries, Latin nothing but Italy, and Greek nothing but Greece, and some of the scientists from other countries like German and England. Like, so here pH, in the pH, P stands for potens. Potens means power. Power of hydrogen ion. pH nothing but power of hydrogen ion. Power of hydrogen ion concentration. So you can give simple power of hydrogen ion is the meaning of pH. My dear children, you are getting a hydrogen ion in acids and as well as base. In acids, H plus. In base, OH minus. In both cases, you are getting hydrogen. So you have to understand pH nothing but power of hydrogen ion concentration. So you are observing 0 to 14, 0 to 14. So in this 0 to 14, 0 to 7, 0 to 7 values, 0 to below 7 values for acids, and 7 is for neutral substance, that is salt. On the pH scale, the 7 number indicates that is about salt, and 0 to 7 values indicate were acids, and above 7 to 14 for bases. For bases, I will give you full clarification. Just observe the screen. So on the pH scale, the acid is having values from 0 to below 7, and exactly 7, that is for salts, and 7 to 14 about bases. So here one question. When acid base in aqueous solution, we can use pH scale. Yeah, not a problem. You can. If the H plus ions are present in that solution, you will get a little bit color. So I am going to explain that. Just give me 1 second. Okay, sir. We got the idea about pH scale. So with the pH scale, we are giving about acid pH values, base pH values, and next salt pH values also. But how can we tell the acid is having pH value 1 and other acid is having pH value 5 and the base is having a 13 pH and another base is having a 10 pH? How can we tell? How can we tell? Most of the students are asking. So my dear children, here I am showing that pH paper. Very, very important. pH paper on the screen. I am showing that this pH paper made up with don't talk about blue litmus and red litmus. It is different. So this pH paper is made up with a universal indicator liquid. Universal indicator. Sir, what is the meaning of universal indicator, sir? You may ask. So the group of different indicators. The group of different indicators. You are mixing some indicators. You are mixing some indicators all together. So when you mix the group of indicators, that is called a universal indicator. So here I have a beaker. In this beaker, I mixed some indicators. So I got universal indicator UI. So into that universal indicator, I am dipping a filter paper. A filter paper. You know, filter paper nothing but which is having invisible holes. You have mixed some indicators and prepared universal indicator. So into that universal indicator, you are dipping a filter paper, then you will get this pH paper. So you are impregnating a filter paper into that universal indicator. Universal indicator is a liquid. Into that liquid, you are dipping a filter paper. Then that is called a making of pH paper. Especially you will get a yellow colors. So when you dip this pH paper in different acids and bases, like this, when you dip this pH paper in different acids, for example, you have HCl, you have H2SO4, you have HNO3, and you have NaOH, you have KOH, you have CaOH taken twice, and you have NaCl, you have KCl. So acids you have, salts you have, acids you have, salts you have, bases you have. You are taking that yellow color pH paper. You are taking that yellow color pH paper and you are dipping in different acids. So maximum all the acids purpose, you will get a red color. But in that red color, some red colors, some acids purpose, you will get thick red, and some acids purpose, you will get a light red, and some acids purpose, you will get moderate red. So depend on that, we will give numbers like this. You have seen here, this is a very thick red, and here the thick red is going to decrease and turning into yellow, and slightly the yellow is turning into a light green, and the light green is turning into fully green, and the full green is turning into a blue color, light blue color, and violet. So these are the color changes. With this color change, for example, you have a liquid you have a liquid, you are dipping the pH paper, so you got a yellow color. So you got yellow color or orange color. You can tell that I got orange color, so the substance is acidic substance. For example, I got a violet color. I got violet color. Then you can remember with the help of these pH scale colors, the substance is basic. The substance is basic. So with these colors only, you can remember. And finally, you are getting 1 point, children. That is what? With pH paper only, we are telling the concentration of acid and base. So on the pH scale, you are observing the different colors. So each color purpose, you have a pH value. So with that, you can tell. So HCl pH is 1 because when I dip the pH paper, when I dip that pH paper in HCl, I got red color. That is the point you have to remember, my dear children. And here you are observing another point. Very important point, this also. If you observe on the pH scale, left side, and when you observe the pH scale, right side, you are taking, I have given 2 arrow marks. So what is the meaning of that arrow mark? I am going to write, listen children, 1, 2, 3, these pH values for strong acids, and 4, 5, 6, these pH values for weak acids, and 8, 9, 10, these pH values for weak bases, very, very important, and 11, 12, 13, 14, these values for strong bases. Very, 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 very important point, children. Strong acids purpose, you are getting 0 to 3 strong acids, not 1 to 3, 0 to 3 you can write. And above 3 to 6, that is weak acid. And as well as 7 pH value, that is about neutral compounds, you can call salts. And as well as 8 to 10, 8, 9, 10. So you can give for weak bases, WB. And 11 to 14, you can give for strong base. So these are the pH values classification. So be careful, sometimes they will ask you, one substance is having pH value 5, one substance is having pH value 5. Is that weak acid or strong acid? So the 5 is present in between the 3 to 6 value. So 3 to 6, nothing but that is weak acid. Again, I want to tell you practical definition, children. Again, I want to tell you practical definition, that is the acid which gives high number of H plus ions. The acid which gives high number of H plus ions, we can call that is strong acid. High number of H plus ions given by one acid, that is called a strong acid. If any acid is giving a low number of H plus ion, we will call that is weak acid. That is weak acid. One substance is giving high number of H plus ion, that is strong acid. And one substance is giving fewer number of H plus ions, less number of H plus ions. So you can call that is weak acid. And as well as you have base also. When a substance release high number of OH minus ions, that is strong base, and fewer number of OH minus ions, that is weak base. You have to remember that point, children. Very important for strong acid and strong base, weak acid and weak base. So this is about pH scale and values. And what is the importance of pH in our daily life? Maximum, we are living in neutral conditions. In neutral atmosphere, we are living. Nothing but the pH is about to 7. So above 7.1, 7.2, 7.3, we will get. Just give me 1 second. Sir, if we get 9.5 pH value, then how can we decide it is stronger or weak? Very good question. So 9 is present in between 8, 9, 10. So you can take that is a weak base only. So when you are going from 7 to 0, the strongness of acid is increased. The strongness of acid increase. And when you are going 8 to 14, the strongness of base increase, opposite. So that point you have to remember. So next point is, what is the importance of pH in our daily life? So my dear children, the pH is playing a key role in our life. How? For example, you are observing aquatic animals on the screen. Aquatic animals, nothing but the animals which are living in water. So aquatic animals and aquatic plants also. So in aquatic source, the atmosphere is neutral. The atmosphere is neutral. But sometimes acid rains will fall. Acid rains, nothing but the rain consists of sulfuric acid, nitric acid, carbonic acid. If the rain is having these three chemicals, we can call that is acid rain. If directly the acid rain fall into water, what will happen? I told you aquatic animals are living in neutral conditions. The pH is above to 7. Nothing but in aquatic sources, we will get many salts. Dissolved rocks are present. Rocks, nothing but calcium carbonate like salt. So many salts dissolved in the aquatic sources. But unfortunately, the rain is falling, acid rain is falling. So the pH is going to decrease nearly 5.6. The pH of acid rain is 5.6. When the acid rain fall into the river, lake, pond, ocean, whatever it may be, the aquatic animals like fishes especially and plants will die. And next, sir, how these acid rains are forming, sir, you may ask? From the pollutants, pollution. We are using unlimited vehicles on the roads. From the vehicles, the smoke is releasing. In that smoke, you have pollutants like sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, carbon dioxide. So these are creating these acids, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, and carbonic acid. You know one thing, pH will play a key role in human body's life also. How? Tooth decay. My dear children, in our mouth, lakhs of bacteria will be. Every day morning we are brushing, but while going to sleep, we are not brushing. After the dinner, we are taking some water and we are sleeping. But the food particle which present in between the teeth, that will be broken by bacteria in our mouth. Bacteria in our mouth. So that bacteria cut that food material which is present in our teeth and release as acids into our mouth. So due to that acids, our teeth will get holes and our teeth will get pain. That is called tooth decay. So the bacteria is doing action in our mouth. That is, the bacteria is cutting the food particle, remaining food particle in our mouth. And there is a generation of acid. That acid is acting on teeth and your teeth are going to turn into yellow color. You are going to get a black color hole in your teeth. That is why you have to brush at night time also, my dear children. And you know one thing, so many times I got the question every year, sir, why our teeth are very strong, sir, like rocks? Because our teeth is made up with the white layer on the teeth made up with one chemical. The chemical name is very important, NTSC question. That is Ca3PO4 taken twice. Calcium phosphate. Calcium phosphate. So you have to remember this point. The teeth enamel, white color layer made up with calcium phosphate. That is why our teeth are very strong. I hope you got the point. And you know one thing, some members will suffer from a burning like sensation in the stomach. Burning like sensation. That is called ulcer. If you not take proper food in time, we will get a burning like sensation in our stomach. If you eat over salt also, that also one case. When you not eat properly in time and when you eat over salt, that is the reason for a burning like sensation in our stomach. Sir, how, sir? How eating over salt, it will come, sir, burning like sensation? My dear children, NaCl you are taking in your food and you are drinking water. In water, H plus ion, OH minus ion is there. So you are going to get Na. This is only our assumption. Na plus and OH minus. Na plus, OH minus, NaOH and H plus, Cl minus, HCl. So HCl is forming. If you eat overly the salt, a little bit HCl form in your stomach, hydrochloric acid. Acid means corrosive nature, itching like nature. So that is why a burning like sensation is starting in your stomach. So NaCl overeating, from the NaCl, the Cl is coming and reacting with the H plus from the water. We are taking water. So HCl is acid, hydrochloric acid. That is why we are getting a burning like sensation when we not eat in time and when we eat over salt. So you can call acidity, ENO. Most of the students tell, sir, ENO, sir. Yes. So ENO is a medicine. ENO is a medicine to decrease the acidity, to decrease the burning like sensation in our stomach. So that we will discuss in next class, children. And you have Slido. I am going to give Slido code. Be ready for that. Here the Slido code I am going to give. Where is that? Yes. 10th pH will be. And remember the point, children. In our mouth, the pH is 5.5. The pH is 5.5. Acidic pH only. I activated the quiz. Hurry up, children. The code is 458684. 458684. 458684. Aditya Reddy joined first. Very good. Shreya, Rashmika, Sai Manogna, Rishit Kumar, Sashindra. Very good. 458684. Four five eight six eight four. Yeah, very good. I'm going to start it in a couple of seconds. And I told you these marks are very important, children. Whatever the Slido test you are writing, you have 20 marks, free 20 marks. We will include these marks in the 20. Yes. Yeah, first question you got. Which one is weak acid? Many times I told you. Yes, yes, yes. Very good, very good. That is acetic acid, CH3COOH. CH3COOH. The code is again asking 458684. And the second question is pH of acid rain. Just now we have discussed. pH of acid rain. The students who listen the point carefully, they will give answer. pH of acid rain. Very good. That is 5.6. And next, just now we have discussed that the acid which is present in human stomach is very good. Hydrochloric acid. And last, that is the Yes, 5 seconds. That's great. Sorensen, and here the leaderboard. I'm going to show you who has given fast. Yeah, very good. Sai Manogna, Deepali, Rutika, Sidhu, Rasagna, Nitya, Prasanna Kumar, Ganateja. Very good. And yes, up to 8 members. So they got 4 by 4. And the remaining students, how many? 8, 2. Yeah, most of the students, nearly 18 students got 16 to 18 students got 3 points. Yeah, you have done a great job, children. So we will meet with another concept next day. Until that, take a break. See you all, children. Take care.